Hello there, and welcome to Coin News Extra Television. This is another amazing edition where we get to have 15 minutes with an amazing tech expert. And on today's edition of 15 minutes, we have Chukwuemeka Gerald with us, and we're going to be having 15 minutes with Chukwuemeka Gerald. My name is Queen Sisson, and I am your host. And of course, you know that I'll be driving the show, and you are going to be having a lot of fun. You're going to be enlightened. There's going to be a lot that you would learn about blockchain, about technology. And of course, if you follow our channel and you're subscribed to our channel, you would also get to learn a lot about fintech as well. And yes, cryptocurrency. So it's like a whole lot of education going on in here. So right now, I'm going to allow you access to our amazing guest, Mr. Chukwuemeka Gerald Ibiauchi. It's good to have you here connected with us live on Coin News Extra Television, sir. Yes, I can hear you clearly. It's really great to have you, Mr. Chukwuemeka.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here as well.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Chukwuemeka, who is a blockchain enthusiast, and you have a mission to see how you can bring the sustainable development goals to a reality. You want to see it in Africa. You want to see, this is what, from what I have studied about you, so I'm going to give you time to tell us more about yourself, but you have a vision of, bringing the sustainable development goals, bringing that economy, and doing this through digital currencies and blockchain. And I think that's an angle and a perspective that's kind of fresh and new. So we're going to be asking questions in that angle. But is there something else that we probably have missed about you? Please tell us more about you, Mr. Chukwuemeka.
Okay, thank you. So I want to say a very big thank you to Coin News Extra for reaching out to me and also doing this amazing show. So my name is Chukwuemeka Gerald Ibiauchi. I am a young and active citizen. Like I like to tell people, I am an advocate for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I am a cryptocurrency and blockchain enthusiast. So I want to see an Africa or a world where we have no problems, like the problems of the SDGs, the 17 goals. We have no issues, and we are using blockchain technology, digital currencies to solve these issues. So that is what I am basically focused on now.
That's what you're basically
I am also
about.
a serial volunteer, so I volunteer. Yeah, so I volunteer a lot for different civil society organizations. That is even what I started with when I left the University of Ibadan in 2019. Served in them. I started volunteering for different organizations. Then I stumbled into blockchain technology. So I'll leave to the later part of the event where I talk more about how we can achieve the SDGs using blockchain technology and digital currencies. So that's like a brief bio about myself.
All right, amazing. I like the part about being a serial volunteer because there's so much knowledge that one can garner in volunteering. All right, since you've already spoken about enlightening us on how you got to see blockchain from a perspective of being able to meet the United Nations target of the Sustainable Development Goals that have been broken down into about 17 other, angles. I want you to tell us, how can blockchain help foster, accomplishing, the whole idea with employment? I think there are a whole lot of them. So is it everything that it has the ability to, or is there a specific few? Just tell us what the relationship is. What's the relationship between blockchain and the Sustainable Development Goals, and how can blockchain help you to achieve these goals?
Okay, so the underlying purpose of blockchain technology in itself is transparency and giving people power to be able to do a whole lot of things. If you check around, we have a whole lot of problems, and those who are termed to be heroes are people that step out, solve this problem. So the United Nations started with the Millennium Development Goals in 2000, and that goals ended in 2015. That's the MDGs. Then they
Yeah.
started with the SDGs from 2015, and it's going to be ending in 2030. So the MDGs
Yeah.
were targeted to, let's say, poor or low or middle income countries, but the SDGs is a holistic framework that targets everybody, both rich and poor nations, from
Poor.
poverty, that is goal 1 to goal 17, which is partner. If you check from goal 1 to goal 17, this means that the world is facing. And for us to solve these problems, we need to devise good frameworks and good solutions to solve all these problems. And looking at the blockchain technology, it has like brought forth to us opportunities that we can use to solve these problems in
Okay.
poverty, in health, in finance, in clean water and sanitation. It has brought a whole lot of opportunities. Okay, so when I started in 2019, like I told you, I volunteered for a couple of organizations, but I was tired with the fact that every time Africa will have to go to the West to look for aid, to look for help and all. Why there's an emerging tech that is coming, why can't we leverage on this technology to help ourselves? If you check around the world, you see how the West or the Middle Eastern countries are using blockchain technology, opportunities it provides to help themselves. Why can't we take that and also replicate it in Africa? So I started looking into blockchain, looking into cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency blockchain technology has that ability to put food on your table. It has that ability to give you money. It has the ability to put power in your hands. Once a human being has money, once a human being has the ability to do certain types of things, you can feed well, you can cater for your health, you can drink good water, and do so many good things when you are empowered as a human being. And this is where and sustainable development goals meet each other. So with the blockchain technology and harnessing the opportunities that it provides, you can be able to like life well. With blockchain, you can be
So,
able to um hello,
so are you saying in summary
can you
that
hear
there is
me?
money in blockchain? And if you are you saying in summary that there is money in blockchain, and if you should invest in the blockchain technology, you have the tendency, a huge tendency of making money, which would in turn alleviate poverty, provide employment, and meet up with some of these goals that the United Nations have. So is the angle where the blockchain technology coming from solely around its ability to provide finance?
And not just that, that is very true. Yes, it has the ability to provide finance. If you have this knowledge, you can be able to work for a fintech company, able to earn a whole lot. But for example, I have a friend that works with
Okay.
World Food Program, that is an agency under United Nations, and they have a very big challenge. What World Food Program does is to send food to war-torn countries or countries that are facing drought. So let me use Nigeria as a case study, maybe Adama or Maiduguri, where we have insurgency now. So once they send those food items from Geneva or any part of the world, they are sending those items. Those items never get to where it is meant to go to. For example, it gets to Nigeria and it stops at Morita or Nnamdi Azikiwe, and that is the end. And those items, those food items from United Nations are meant to get to those people that really need them, but it does there. But a
This is
friend
an
of mine
instance.
called
You're painting
Emeka,
an instance, right?
yes,
This is
I'm
an
painting
instance,
an
not a
instance.
fact.
So that
Okay, okay,
that is an instance. So a friend of mine told me that
okay,
he works with the World Food Program, and he works under the, so they've been able to incorporate
okay.
blockchain technology into their tracking
Blockchain.
system to track these foods that go across the world to war-torn countries and people that really need them. And it has been helpful since they started this new new
The
program using
method,
blockchain
because of the
in their
transparency that the
tech
system
sector.
offers.
Or yes. So that is like another super way it can also help us and help the SDGs as well.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Chukwuemeka. Quickly now, because man, time just seems to be speeding. We want you to say something about the e-naira. We also know that you have interest in digital currency, and of course, as a Nigerian, our major digital currency right now is the e-naira. Would you say the e-naira was a smart move by the Nigerian government, and do you see its usability and sustainability in Nigeria?
Okay, for me, the INARA was meant to be a very interesting move, but the government did little or no nothing on so many Nigerians does not even or do not know what the e-naira is or
The
how they
e-naira
can
is
use it.
about.
So government just came out, they launched the e-naira without educating the populace, like without educating its people on how to use the e-naira. The e-naira was a smart move, but it just came and it just left. Nobody till today, if you ask me about the e-naira, nobody knows what the like ask an ordinary man about the e-naira, nobody knows what it's like the use cases of the e-naira. So
Usability
government
is
should
one
have
use
done
cases.
more on sensitizing people about the e-naira, like sensitizing people about the use cases of the e-naira so as to give people the ability to own it and to use it, but they didn't do that. So maybe they should have like a race or a step to on sensitizing people on what the e-naira really is before we can see whether we'll have light on the e-naira.
Amazing. And I think sensitization is something that cannot be overemphasized. Maybe the government should actually look at partnering organizations like Core News Extra to, do a lot more publicity in this regard so that people can know the gold mine that the digital currency actually carries. All right, we're going to be going on a quick break right now because, of course, it's 15 minutes. So we're going to go on a quick break. After the break, I will just ask some final questions before we get to call it a wrap. It's still Queen Sisan. This is Core News Extra Television, and we have Chukwuemeka GERALD as a guest in the studio here with us, and it's 15 minutes with Chukwuemeka. I hope you have been having a great time. In the meantime, just click on the subscribe button because, hey, you're family, and I know you're learning a lot. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Core News Extra Television, and I'm your host, Queen Sisan. And in the studio with us is Chukwuemeka GERALD, a blockchain enthusiast. And I would like to also say an SDG advocate. All right, thank you so much for still being here. If you are connected and you have not clicked on the subscribe button yet, I'm like, what are you waiting for? All right, Mr. Chukwuemeka, over to you as we wrap this up quickly. There's been this fear of missing out. The background is a bit noisy. I don't know if it's okay. Can you hear me? All right. So there's been this fear of missing out, especially amongst youths who at this very moment are not so tech savvy or are not really informed about the blockchain technology or about tech and the likes. So what is that thing that you would say to people who are thinking of venturing into tech at this time? Did you get my question?
No, I didn't. Please.
Okay, so I said there has been this fear of missing out, especially among youths who are not so tech savvy. So perhaps somebody who stumbled on this video, perhaps from a link, perhaps searching on for something on YouTube, as the case may be, or wherever, and that person has not even ventured into the blockchain technology, has no idea or understanding about Web3, no idea about tech whatsoever. What would you have, or what can you say to such a person, who's probably experiencing this? Am I missing out on something? Is tech really like the new big thing? Is it possible for you to not be tech savvy and still live a normal life? So what do you have to say to this kind of people at this time?
Okay, so tech is not everything. So ask yourself why. Like, what is your why of coming into this field? Let me take myself as an example. I come from a tech background. I didn't read anything
Okay.
pertaining tech back then in University of Ibadan, but I had a purpose of the SDGs. I started with it, and from the SDGs led me into blogging. And currently now I work for a global fintech company, school, and is a tech
Amazing.
company and a blockchain company. So
Amazing.
you need to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Then look for people into the platforms that can help you get into this appropriately and attach yourself to
Scale.
them. Look for mentors in these fields. Yes, look for mentors
All
in this
right.
field. If you really say you really want to get into it, you should really be around people.
All right, thank you very, very much, Mr. Chukwemeka Gerald. I think that's really profound. Know your why. So don't watch this video and then at the end you feel like, okay, my God, I'm overwhelmed. How am I going to start? Where am I going to start? You can always leverage on the shoulders of others who have gone ahead of you. Thank you so much for being here. It's still calling this extra consistent is my name. And of course, I'm looking forward to hosting you again on another edition of our show. But it's bye for now.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.